Good morning, good morning. Carl here. Got a quick little podcast episode for you before I have to start today, and probably before you have to start today. So, I just want to tell you, I think cutting to the chase is pretty important. What's working for me and what's not. Well, what is working for me is waking up early. Obviously, I need this time in the morning for myself in order to get stuff done. Let me turn this down a little bit. So I need this time in the morning. I wake up about 3 or 4 a.m. every morning, and I hope to keep that up for a very long time. But the point I'm trying to make here is that if you wake up early in the morning, what's working for me is I record my music, I do my podcasting, and I hit the gym before I actually go to work. And so anyway, that's important for me. That's what's working for me. It's really hard when I wake up in the morning. It's really hard for me to get out of the bed. Some days I just get up and I'm up and moving, and I'm really happy about it. Super grateful. I like to read my Bible before I go to bed, and if I have time, I like to read it first thing when I wake up in the morning, but definitely before I go to work, right? And definitely when I get off of work. That's my goal. So I don't know where you're at in life, what you're trying to do, but there's so many different ways to make money, and obviously money is very important, but you got to set a certain standard for how much you want to make. There's always going to be more money to make, so you got to find what makes you happy. I like music, and I like buying things on Etsy and selling them locally. I think it's a lot of fun. You can do this for anything, wherever you buy products online, have them shipped to your house, and then you can resell them and make some money. Do it on a cash basis, right? There's no taxes or anything like that, and of course you're supposed to record them. That's another thing. Let's see, what else do I want to tell you? So I've been hitting the gym a lot, right? I'm really big into lifting weights, trying to gain weight. I was never really a big person. I've always wrestled my whole life, and I was always cutting weight, so I never really got to build on muscle. It was always mandatory that I maintain a certain weight, and so now I'm starting to really bulk up. My goal is to get to 150. I don't know where you're at in your life. You may be focusing on trying to get heavier or maybe even losing weight. And my advice to you is focus on your diet. You need to make sure that you are grocery shopping versus eating out. If you're eating out, you're going to be getting very overweight. Stop that. You know what I mean? It's okay. Sometimes, I guess, I like to go out and I like to get dinner and stuff like that, but I do it about once a week, maybe twice, only on the weekends. During the work week, I pretty much pack a lunch. Another thing, too, is learn to be more valuable, in the sense that what's been working for me is telling people that if they need my help at work or whatever, I make sure that I'm always busy, and I ask them if it's important or urgent or both. And that's just an Eisenhower matrix that I've learned a while back. And always look like you're super busy, because you become more valuable. If your time is very precious, then people will spend more money to be with you. And I think that has been working a lot for me lately. Again, working out at the gym, lifting weights specifically, right? No cardio. Cardio maybe once a week, but for the most part, lifting weights, strength training has been a huge blessing in my life. I'm able to get a lot more satisfaction, a lot more stress is relieved, and I get to look at hot girls there too. So I get to be around other women who are also really fit, and I like that a lot, and I'm sure it translates into other areas of all of our lives when we go to the gym. As far as your career goes, I don't know where you're at in life again, and my suggestion to you is never quit a job till you have another job. Obviously, that was a hard lesson for me to learn, and it's something I'm still learning. The second thing is save up some cash, right? Be able to physically see the cash is a lot different than having it in a checking account or vice versa. There's retirement accounts and stuff like that, but if you're young, man, you want some money. You don't want to be stashing money away like that. You need it to be liquid. It's okay. It took me a while to start building up a retirement for my own self. I don't participate in any kind of company retirement. I have my own money. Another thing too is work on your belief system. Don't ever believe what you were originally taught. There's always room for improvement. My biggest mistake was that when I was young, I obviously I went to school and stuff, and I was fed a lot of information, whether it was true or false. It led me to work for another person, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just eventually at some point you need to be able to challenge your belief system and be able to improve. And that's something I've been learning lately, is realizing that I was fed a lot of stuff, whether it was good or bad, but now it's my responsibility to get out there and start putting in the right information. Sometimes you have to cut people out of your life in order to grow, because your environment is everything. What else has been working for me? Obviously, waking up in the morning has been a huge. I feel like I win the day every time I do that. So I think that'll work for you as well. Find your hobbies. Find hobbies that make you happy. Because that's one of the things that makes me feel sane, not insane, but sane. I have I have a job, right? And then sometimes it gets tough, and I don't know what to do. I don't know where I'm going at life. I feel confused, even though I write my goals and I'm very grateful and I keep a journal. By the way, you should keep a journal. Use Day One app. I love it. And then the next thing is, what was I going to say? So yeah, you got to have hobbies because if you're, we all, I believe that we all, see, this is just a belief system, but we all have to have a job, right? That makes the most money, whether you're skilled or not, whatever. You have to have a job. And so it's important to also have hobbies so that you can stay focused on building your own business and stuff like that. Scalable or not, you have your own hobbies that you like to do. And I think that's important to have hobbies. I do have to get to work. I really appreciate you. I got to pack a lunch. I got to get dressed. And yeah, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast episode. My name's Carl, former Marine. I like to work out. I'm just a normal guy. I'm not a hard selling type of person or anything like that. I just like to help people. So thank you for listening to this podcast episode. I'll see you on the next one, probably tomorrow morning. All right. Have a good day. Bye.